This problem walkthrough video will demonstrate how to use Microsoft Excel and the sort function to analyze employment data. Here's the data for our problem. A study on factors that may be related to the number of weeks a person has been jobless has been conducted in Cheyenne and Memphis. The data collected in Cheyenne and Memphis are provided in the file Cheyenne and Memphis UNEMP. The following information was collected in the study that includes data on weeks, age, marital status, etc. The data has been collected into a Microsoft Excel file. Download the spreadsheet and perform the required analysis to answer the following question. The data from these two worksheets must be combined into a single one to facilitate their analysis. Append the 50 records in the Cheyenne worksheet to the 68 records in the Memphis worksheet. What is the average age of a person who has been jobless for at least 90 weeks, rounded to one decimal place? Let's open up our downloaded Excel data file and complete the requirements. Here you can see that our data file contains two worksheets, Memphis and Cheyenne. Memphis includes data on 68 people and Cheyenne has data on 50 people. The headings in row 1 include weeks, age, education, marital status, tenure, etc. The first step in solving our problem is to append or copy the data from the Cheyenne worksheet into the Memphis worksheet. Click on the Cheyenne worksheet and select cells A2 through I-151. Be sure not to include row 1 since these include column headings and we don't want those. Right-click anywhere in the selected cells and select Copy to copy all the records in the Cheyenne worksheet. Alternatively, you can use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+C to copy the data. Click on the Memphis worksheet and scroll down until you see the bottom of the dataset. Click on cell A70 and either use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+V to paste the data we just copied, or right-click and select Paste from the Paste options. You should now see the records from the Cheyenne worksheet appended here in the Memphis worksheet, which should now have 118 records. That's 119 rows if you include the header in row 1. Next, to find all the values for weeks that are higher or equal to 90 weeks, we have to sort the data. Select all the data or use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+A. This should select all the data records including the header row. If you don't already have the data ribbon active, click the data menu from the menu bar, then in the sort and filter group in the ribbon, click the sort icon. Now Excel is generally pretty good at determining if you have a header row, but not always. Since our data does have a header row, make sure the checkbox next to My Data Has Headers is selected. Next, click on the drop-down arrow for the Sort By menu, then select Weeks, since we want to sort based on weeks. Then click on the drop-down arrow for the sort order and select smallest to largest. This is normally the default. Click OK, and now you should see the data sorted by week from smallest to largest in column A, starting with 3 weeks, all the way down to 99 in row 119. Now in row 121, I'm just going to type what our requirement is here, which is to determine the average age of a person who has been jobless for at least 90 weeks. I'm going to type the word average in cell A124, and then shade our results cell B124 green so we can pick it out easily. Next, click on cell B124, type the equal sign, and start typing the word average to bring up that function. When you see it in the list, select it or press the Tab key. Next, find the range of records that have values in column A greater than 90 weeks. This happens to be in rows 116 through 119. Since we're asked to determine the average age of people who have been jobless, we want to average the data in cells B116 through B119, since column B contains age data. Type a closing parenthesis and press Enter or Return, and you should end up with an average of 52.75. Now let's round that to one decimal place as directed. So click back on cell B124, and in the number group in the Home ribbon, click Decrease Decimal once, and we should end up with a final answer of 52.8. Thus, the average age of a person who has been jobless for at least 90 weeks is 52.8 years.